Somebody sent baby to the corner. Hello, welcome back to my channel, Budgeted for Later. So as the title says, this is a life update, a channel update, a job update. So I'm not going to give a big intro. Let's get into it. First, let's get into the job update. And if you're wondering about this I know it's not my usual place to record, but there's a reason why I'm here. And it has to do with the job update. So this is my bedroom. So no, I did not move. And I am recording this on a Sunday, which is why I'm in my bedroom. My best friend is upstairs sleeping and, doing what people do on a Sunday. Normal people, at least. I somehow went to bed at 4 and woke up at 7:30. So as you all know, I've been job hunting, and I went back to my emails to find out how long I've been job hunting. So I'll premise it by saying that I started job hunting right after my second to last semester. So I started job hunting in May. I think either I'd finished with spring semester or I was almost done with spring semester. And actually, hold on. So I was still in school. I still had one more. I had the fall semester to finish and then I would be done. But I wanted to get it started early because I know how long it takes to job hunt. As you know, I was still working and like I said, at some point I was in school on either end. But honestly, I thought that I was going to job hunt, find something, and then have to not do that final semester until like maybe a few years later. Like I was fully prepared to do that. And really it didn't matter to me because I already have my degrees prior. So if I need to like cut it short and put that last semester on the back burner, I will for a new job, especially if it was like a great opportunity. So I started in May. I started like networking and talking to people. At some point I was working with this family that I'd been working with for a while, and they knew like I was doing virtual learning and babysitting with their kid. And they knew at some point that I was job hunting, and this family was so wonderful. The mom reached out to me and she was like, let me help you. And it is hard for me to ask for help. I am somebody who like will just do it and push through by myself, which is not great for a lot of things. You need help on a lot of things, especially in this. Like I need to get my foot into doors, and it was hard for me to do so. So she hit the floor running. Like she connected me with all these people, whether it was like job opportunities or people that I could just simply talk to. It was amazing seeing how people were so willing to help you, so willing to give you advice, so willing to give you information, so willing to connect you to this person that they know that was hiring. And like I had other parents that did that, or other parents that said, I'm so sorry, I don't know anyone in your field, but if you need a recommendation, I'm more than happy to do so. So it's just heartwarming. So I started applying in May. I applied for I wouldn't say a bunch of jobs, but a few jobs. I had like 3 major interviews for 3 different companies throughout the whole process. I had this interview, I think in August, for a job that was coming up but wasn't available yet. Actually 2 jobs that were coming up. So I had 2 interviews at the same place with different people. At some point I got rejected from one job, and then like I think in October, November time, I interviewed for this company that my friend worked with, which wasn't the field that I wanted to get into, but was doing what I wanted, was going to give me the experience in what I wanted to do, which was data analytics. So I was willing to kind of segue from the field that I wanted to go into to get the experience. I wanted to go into more mental health, behavioral health work, being a data analyst. And so I did that interview. It was awful. Like I had to interview with 3 people. It was supposed to be 2 calls with 3 people. So 1 person in the first call and then 2 people in the second call, or something on those lines. And the first call went really well. The second call was going really well until like the 3rd person hopped in, and it just went to shit. I got off feeling just like so embarrassed and disgusted, and it was just like one thing, but it like changed everything. Never heard back from that company, even though they said they would like let me know. Never reached out because I was like, clearly like it wasn't a good fit on both their ends and my end. Finally, in November, I get a call back for this job that I, like the two jobs that I interviewed for in August, and in November, I went for an interview in person with both of the team members that had two jobs available. I think a few days later, I got an email saying, we think you'd be great for both of these positions. Choose which one you'd like to apply to, which was amazing. I applied. I chose one. I applied to the job, I think, on the 26th, so like a day or two after Thanksgiving. And then just kind of like knew that like I was definitely in the running, but not hearing anything for a while, and then getting feedback of, yeah, HR, blah, 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 and just, but finally on January 3rd, I got the call. In fact, it was so funny. If you haven't figured this out already, this will be just like a talking thing, and I hope that's okay. I'll try to speed through and not make it too long. So on January 3rd, I'm laying in bed, I'm depressed, I have no jobs lined up. I think I mentioned this in like cash stuffing video. I had no jobs lined up and all this stuff, and I'm like just broken up. New York is going through it with Omicron, and there are a lot of people out of the office, but I'm expecting a call from HR. I've been expecting a call from HR for 2 weeks, nothing, crickets. And on January 3rd, I got a call with an offer, and it was more than I'd expected. Way more than I'd expected in terms of just like title, salary, X, Y, and Z. I was just like so happy. But as I said, I was hinting the entire time while I was doing cash stuffing videos and bill exchanges, because I'm a pessimist, and I'm like, yeah, I digitally signed this offer letter, like, but it's not set in stone. Something could go wrong. Something did go wrong, which is why I'm recording this on Sunday. So I was supposed to record this video on Thursday. So when I talked to HR on the 3rd, we set my start date to the 31st because there was a lot of stuff that I had to do. Thursday comes. Today's the 30th. So today's Sunday? 27th. Thursday was the 27th. So I was like, I'm going to record this video to announce that I have a job to YouTube, my YouTube family. And if it doesn't pan out, I just won't post a video. And I felt comfortable recording that video on Thursday because I'd gone through medical screening, I'd gone through doing a drug test, I'd gone through fingerprinting, I'd gone through background checks, I'd gone through signing like my job description, I'd gone through so much. The process was so long. I was just like, every day was like, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. So many background checks, so much. You know, in like medical appointments and stuff like that. So I felt comfortable. And then on Thursday, I got a call that kind of like had me like in my bed the entire day until I had to go to like my evening job. And thankfully my first gig was like a date night for 6 o'clock because I was able to get myself together. And I was like, I lost out on this job. I had this job and I lost out on this job, and that was more mind-blowing to me. Like, I was so close, and I would have to go back into job hunting, which was the worst part of this process. It wasn't necessarily interviewing, it was like applying for these things and checking up and sending emails and all this stuff and preparing. Once I got there, it was fine. It was the process before that was the issue, and I just didn't want to have to do that anymore. And not only that, this was the best opportunity because it joined my psychology background with my like data background that I really wanted to get experience in, or more experience in. I was devastated. And then, you know, like in talking to my family and talking to my friends, and I was like, you know what, it's fine, it's fine. You didn't lose this job yet. There's just a hiccup, and you'll get through it, and it'll be fine. You did all this stuff. They can't take this job away from you. Maybe it'll be something else, but you're fine, you're fine. But the entire time I was like, I don't know if I'm fine. I'm happy to say that I have a job. I start on Monday, which is tomorrow. I'm super, super excited. So everything worked out. I heard from HR like last minute on Friday at like literally like 4 o'clock, my final offer letter telling me where to go. Just, I'm so excited. This has been like, when I first got this offer, I said to my best friend, I was like, I feel like my entire life after like undergrad, the first time, like in 2011, has been like, I've had jobs, but it was nothing that seemed like a career to me, right? So it always felt, and especially the last few years now that I was like back in college, this last stage, I felt like I was just maintaining what I currently had. I wasn't building anything, I was maintaining. I was working enough to pay my bills and get through it, and working a lot of hours and going to school and not building anything and not being able to see the future. Like, I remember like trying to do this thing where I had to talk about my 5-year plan and I couldn't. And I was so amazed because my stepsister was able to like knock that out with no issues. And I just like was stumped. I could not talk about my 5-year plan because the future just did not look like anything to me, because I didn't have like a career, and I saw no way of like getting out of the thing of like picking up jobs and going this place and going that place and then doing schoolwork and then going to class, and it was just a lot. So ever since I got this job offer, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm like seeing all these things that I want now and all these like goals that I have, especially in terms of my career and in terms of like my lifestyle, in terms of more like having kids. Like, there was a point where like for a week or two after the job offer, I was like, I want a baby, I want a baby, I want a baby, I want a baby. And I always known I wanted kids, but it was just never feasible to me because of finances. And it's still not, because I'm in a lot of debt, but now it's like I see a way out. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And I'm like super thankful. I'm super thankful. It was a long process, but I know that having a lot of people in my corner made it easier than it would have normally been. So that is the job update. Oh, so it's the day after our snowstorm, and which means that I did not go and get money from the bank, so there won't be any cash stuffing for this week, because who knows when I'll be able to get cash from the bank, which is fine because I was short on my bills anyway. And so what I'm doing is setting aside $150 for the week for like my subway card and Ellie's dog walker. I'm booking Ellie's dog walker for 2 days for now, and I'll probably take it from my money instead of like her envelope. So yeah, that's it. There's more updates to come. I just wanted to give this quick, like, I'm hoping that I can edit this and post it on Monday, so it's like this big reveal on my first day. But yeah, you will be getting videos on my debt update. I know a lot of things were wrong with that video in terms of I didn't really have firm goals on that, and this is why. And then 2, I'll probably do like a binder tour in terms of like what's going to happen, what are the changes, and how am I going to approach like my cash envelopes, my sinking funds and such. So you'll be obviously seeing me again, but you'll probably be seeing this face again. So, you know, get used to it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and as usual, have a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year, and I will see you in the next one.